Hi there, I just wanted to come on and do a second video on budget cloth pads because last time I realised that the video was quite shaky. It was quite noisy because you could hear my daughter in the background, so therefore you probably wouldn't have been able to realise what I was talking about properly, and also the camera quality was quite bad because obviously it was shaky and you wouldn't have been able to see the pictures that I was trying to show you properly. So like I said last time, I have been wanting to use cloth pads for quite some time, but I couldn't afford to because the brand name ones, even though they are on budget, they are still not in my price range, if that makes sense. So I wanted to look on the likes of Amazon and eBay, and I was actually quite surprised as to what you can find. And I bought several sets, and you got quite a lot for your money. So one of the first sets that I actually bought was a set of 4, and these are the ones on Amazon. When my camera focuses, they are a set of 4, and they're made out of charcoal bamboo mama pads, and you do get decent designs on them. And for £10.99 you get a small, what I call a panty liner. That's the front and that's the back, and you can see that they are sewn really quite well. Now that's the panty liner. That's what I use as a medium. That's the front and the back again. Now these are for £10.99 on Amazon. Now this is a heavy flow, the front and the back. And this is what you can either use as postpartum, or I in fact use it as a nighttime pad. Now I have used them a few times, so they do look a little bit bobbly, but that doesn't affect the use. They do hold a hell of a lot and they are really absorbable. They're very comfortable to use. Now you've got 4 pads, a light one, a medium one, a heavy and a postpartum, and a mini wet bag for £10.99 on Amazon. So that's my first set that I bought. This is my second set. That's the wet bag. And you can actually hold about 6 pads in here if you fold them correctly. The front and the back. That's the mini panty liner, as I call it. That's the back. The front. That's the medium flow. The back. That's the heavy. Now as you can tell, because they are budget and they're not top of the range as they should be, the stitching isn't all that perfect. However, I'm not being fussy and it doesn't affect the use, so there's really no problem in that. This is the third set I got with the little owls on it. That's the wet bag. The light flow. This is one of my newer sets and I've only used it for a month. The other ones I have used for a good 4 months now. So that's the light flow, the 7-inch panty liner. The medium. As you can see, the stitching isn't all that perfect, but who's being fussy? It doesn't affect the use, so what's the point in complaining about the stitching? Then the heavy. Front, back, and that's the postpartum. Front, back, and you do actually get double snaps on these to make them more secure. On the postpartum one, sorry. And this is one of my last sets of the £10.99 ones. The panty liner, back. The medium one. The back. The heavy. Now I do think for the money they are really good prints, nice designs. Now as you can tell, this is one of the older sets that I got. I think this was actually the first set that I actually bought on Amazon, which is why it looks a little bit worn. But again, it doesn't affect the use at all. And that is the wet bag that I got with it. So that's all the sets that I got for £10.99, and they were £10.99 each set. And that's them again on Amazon. When it just focuses. Sorry, I'm filming on my phone, so it's not all that good. But it should focus at some point. If not, I apologise. But they are £10.99 on Amazon. And you just put in cloth menstrual pads, and it does come up with a full range. And there are plenty of designs to choose from. Now, the second set that I got was an 8-piece set. Let me find them. Now, these again were on Amazon. And they should have been £25 too. But I got them for £12.99. Menstrual pads, 8-piece, comfortable baby, reusable charcoal, bamboo, sanitary towel pads, washable, absorbent. Now these are the second set that, well, one of the sets that I bought, sorry. Now these are made slightly different. You can tell the front's different, and it's not sewn like the other ones, but they are from a different company or a different brand, if that makes sense. So that's the first one. I think that's really pretty. The second one, that always reminds me of that song, If You Like Pina Colada and If You're Caught in the Rain. I like that one because it's got little clocks, or I can't remember what they're called, weather vanes or something like that. That's similar to the ones that I've got, just the one out of the Pantyliner set that I bought. It's a pretty bog standard print, that. As you can tell in this pack, this set, sorry, they are still very well made. This is one of my newest ones. I only got these last month, so I've only used them once. And they are really very good. That's really pretty. And now for £12.89, not down from £28, no, £25 too, you can't knock it. That's a pretty standard print, but it's still very lovely. And like I said, these I would have called the medium flow, but they are very absorbable. They wash very well. They don't take long to dry at all. Now then I bought some individual ones. Now this one is just an individual one I bought, and it's by Ulma, I can't pronounce it, and it's a heavy flow reusable bamboo cloth washable menstrual pad, Mama sanitary towel pad large, and that is £1.25. And you do get several designs, so that is why this print is different to what I've just shown you on the website. Now this is a heavy one, so I can use it on my overnight or on my heavy days. That's the front. Now as you can tell, I've used it for a few months, so it is quite bobbly, but it still doesn't affect the use. The sewing, the stitching isn't all that brilliant, but again, who's being fussy when you can't afford the best? Now, I bought some other individual ones as well. Now, these were just bog standard medium ones, so they weren't quite so... I think they could have been a little bit more expensive. Let me just have a look. No, they were actually £1.34. There you go. Let me just have... When it focuses, sorry. One moment. £1.34. Again, reusable bamboo cloth washable. That's one design. Front, back. Now that is the same as some of the one of the sets I got, but that doesn't matter. And that's one of the other ones. That was the individual one that I bought. And that's really pretty again. That's one of my first ever pads that I bought as well. So again, you can tell it is a little bit bobbly, but you can actually remove the bobbles with one of those little gadget things that you can buy. Now, there was the last set that I bought. Let me just find it on Amazon. And I actually use these as a panty liner. And they work very well for it. Now, for $16.99, as you can see when my camera focuses, it is a 7-piece set. And you do get one mini wet bag with it. 7-piece set, one mini wet bag, 6 pads, 8-inch charcoal, mama cloth, menstrual pads, reusable pads. $16.99. That is the mini wet bag I got. And as I said before, you can actually hold a lot of pads in there if you fold them correctly. So that was the wet bag. That was one of the ones. Now these, like I said, I use these as my panty liner. That's really pretty, that one. That's another one. The back and the front, again, little bobbles because I use them practically every day and I wash them regularly. But that's the bonus, they wash really well. And I've saved a fortune. The back, the front, the back, the front. And as you said, the one pattern that does repeat quite a lot. Now I know they have got a lot of brand name cloth pads out there and they are very good for the money. However, I am a little bit skint, so I did want to go on a bargain shopping. So I turned to Amazon and I was surprised as to just how many you can get. And you know, they are very, very good for the money. You get plenty of prints, plenty of shapes and designs. And you can't knock it. And as for the shipping, they come really, really fast. Let's say it tells you it's going to be delivered on the 10th. It can come on the 5th or it can come on the 4th. It really is a quick shipping. And for the money, you can't knock it. Bye bye.